Let's talk about key motivation techniques. The objective of this section is to explain several techniques for increasing employee motivation. Management by objectives, or MBO, is a motivation process in which managers and employees collaborate in setting goals. The primary purpose of MBO is to clarify the roles that the employees are expected to play in reaching the organization's goals. MBO increases employee motivation by empowering them with an active role in goal setting and performance evaluation. Most MBO programs consist of 5 steps. The first step is to secure the acceptance of top management. Next, top management and other parties must establish preliminary goals that reflect a firm's mission and strategy. In the third step, the manager and employee establish goals and decide what resources the employee will need to accomplish those goals. Fourth, the manager and the employee meet periodically to review each employee's progress. The fifth step is evaluation. Like many other management methods, MBO has advantages and disadvantages. MBO motivates employees by involving them in the process, improves communication, and makes employees feel that they are an important part of the organization. However, MBO must have the support of top management. It can result in a lot of paperwork, and managers may not like to work out goals with subordinates. Job enrichment is an attempt to provide workers with variety in their tasks. It gives them some responsibility for and control over their jobs. Job enlargement, which means expanding a worker's assignments to include additional but similar tasks, can lead to job enrichment. Job redesign is a type of job enrichment in which work is restructured in ways that cultivate the worker-job match. Behavior modification is a systematic program of reinforcement to encourage desirable behavior. Specific steps include the following. This technique begins with identifying and measuring the target behavior, the behavior that is to be changed. Next, managers provide positive reinforcement in the form of a reward when employees exhibit the desired behavior. Finally, levels of the target behavior are measured again to determine whether the desired changes have been achieved. Flex time is a system in which employees choose their own work hours within certain limits set by employers. Typically, the firm establishes 2 bands of time. Core time is when all employees must be at work. Flexible time is the time employees may choose whether to be at work. The only condition is that every employee must work a total of 8 hours each day. However, there are 2 common problems associated with flex time. 1, supervisors sometimes find their jobs complicated by having employees who come and go at different times. And 2, employees without flex time sometimes resent coworkers who have it. Part-time work is permanent employment in which individuals work less than a standard work week. Job sharing is an assignment whereby 2 people share one full-time position. Job sharing combines the security of a full-time position with the flexibility of a part-time one. For firms, job sharing provides an opportunity to attract highly skilled employees who are not available on a full-time basis. Job sharing is difficult if tasks are not easily divisible or if 2 people don't work well or communicate well with each other. A growing number of companies allow telecommuting, working at home all of the time or a portion of the work week. In addition to increased productivity, companies that allow occasional telecommuting have lower real estate and travel expenses, improved morale, and the flexibility to access larger labor pools. It also reduces fossil fuel emissions from putting fewer cars on the road. Among the disadvantages of telecommuting are feelings of isolation, putting in long hours, and being distracted by family responsibilities. Empowerment means giving employees greater involvement in their jobs and in the operations of the organization by increasing their participation in decision-making. For empowerment to work effectively, management must be involved. They should set expectations, communicate standards, institute periodic evaluations, and guarantee follow-up. Empowerment can lead to increased job satisfaction, improved job performance, higher self-esteem, and increased organizational commitment. Obstacles to empowerment can include resistance by management, distrust of management by workers, inadequate training, and poor communication between levels of the organization. An effective technique for motivating employees is employee ownership. That is, when employees own the company they work for by virtue of being stockholders. Employee-owned businesses directly reward employees for success. When the company benefits from increased sales or lower costs, employees benefit directly. Employee stock ownership plans, or ESOPs, provide considerable employee incentives and increase employee involvement and commitment. In the United States today, about 14.7 million employees participate in thousands of ESOPs and stock bonus plans.